Trump said Kim Jong Un personally responded to his request to talk. Kim's own sister says, quote, there has been no communication that we are aware of. One of them is not telling the truth. Let's figure out which one and why it matters. Here is why this is not just a scheduling dispute. Trump met Kim 3 times in his first term. Zero of those meetings produced an actual nuclear deal. If a fourth meeting is genuinely being planned, that's real news. A nuclear armed state potentially back at the table. If it's not, then this is Trump talking about a relationship that does not currently exist on a topic with real stakes. Either way, the gap between these two statements tells you something real. Let's get precise because the exact words matter here. Monday, Trump claimed Kim had responded to his request for a conversation. Wednesday, a reporter asked directly if he expects to meet Kim before the end of 2026. Trump's answer, yeah, I will be. Asked if they would exchange letters, he would not confirm or deny, just repeated that they get along very well. Kim Jong Un's sister and a top advisor, responded the same day through state media. There has been no communication between the leaders of North Korea and the US that we are aware of. I'm not aware of it at all. And perhaps it may be the only thing I do not know as regards the foreign policy of our supreme leadership. That's not a soft denial, that's specific and pointed. But here is the part that makes this genuinely confusing rather than a clean he is lying story. In that exact same statement, she also said the relationship between the two leaders remains excellent. North Korea is simultaneously denying any contact and insisting the relationship is great. Those two claims don't sit together easily. Here is what I think actually connects this. On Sunday, right before all of this, Trump ordered the Pentagon to scale back the annual US South Korea military exercises. Alchi Freedom Shield his stated reason, South Korea's lack of support for the Iran war and because the drills sent an appropriate signal toward the North Korea. He explicitly tied the decision to his very good relationship with Kim. Kim Jong's response to that part was pointed to, calling the drills an expression of open hostility, while dismissing the scale back as barely worth commenting on and worth noting. North Korea ran multiple ballistic missiles tests right after this year's drills were announced, well before any of this week's statements. Trump is likely using a real unilateral gesture, reducing a decades-old joint exercise to try to manufacture the appearance of a breakthrough relationship, possibly aiming for a symbolic APEC summit meeting in Shenzhen this November. North Korea's denial is not necessarily proof nothing is happening quietly through back channels. It might just be Kim's government refusing to let Trump control the narrative of when and how any contact gets announced. Something happens around that November, I guess, in APEC summits, but I doubt it's a full formal Trump-Kim meeting. More likely, a lower level contact or another vague, positive signals that neither side fully confirms. North Korea has been explicit for years that it won't negotiate on denuclearization at all, and nothing in this exchange suggests that's changed. So, a specific pointed denial from Kim's own sister against a specific repeated claim from Trump, landing right after a real US military concession. Neither side's public statements fully add up on their own. I will track this through the November summit. Do you think an actual Trump-Kim meeting happens this year or not?